Hello and welcome to Mark in the Park, the program from Urbana Park District that helps you know what's going on in your community, especially with your parks. Remember, at Urbana Park District, you belong here. I'm Mark Schultz, and we're joined today by Savannah Donovan, Environmental Public Program Coordinator for the Park District. How are you this fine day?
I'm great. Thank you, Mark.
Great. The sun's shining outside as we record this, and
Yes.
we want to talk about our environment.
Yeah.
And at the Anita Purves Nature Center and all other places around the parks, people can really get into the environment.
Well, we're starting to get some spring fever, I think, because that sun shines outside and you think, man, I really want to be out there, and then you feel how cold it is still.
Yes.
But we're gearing up for spring. There is going to be a lot going on in March, April, and then, of course, throughout the summer at the Urbana Park District.
That's great. And there's a lot of programs going on at Urbana Park District that get people out into nature and out into the environment. Now, these programs aren't lecture series. You're not standing up there in a cap and gown with a blackboard and a pointer talking about things. You really facilitate people's learning process.
Right. So our goal with all of our environmental programs and services is just to sort of open a door for people. We're helping to facilitate nature experiences, and through that facilitation, people can discover where their own curiosity lies. So maybe you decide to go on your very first nature hike with a guide. And during that nature hike, maybe you see a bird species that you've never seen before. So let's say there's a meadowlark at Meadowbrook Park. And you think, boy, that's amazing. I've never seen that before. We can help to then show you what are some other resources that you can explore if you're into bird watching. You want to get started. Well, here we've got a class coming up. We have Sunday morning bird walks through the Audubon Society. We have bird watching discovery kits. I actually brought a discovery backpack with me today, so we can look at that in a minute. But yeah, like I said, our role is really to connect people and to help them, decide what they want to learn and explore more about. Here in our beautiful city of Urbana, we just have a lot of nature. It's wonderful.
And why is it important for the Park District to be at the forefront in facilitating people learning about their natural areas and keeping them green?
Yeah, well, that's our role in the community, I think, is that's sort of our niche here at the Park District, is to be able to, have these wonderful, beautiful parks with trees and wildlife habitat and lots of wildlife, but then also to have experiences for people to connect them with those resources. That's really sort of the service that we offer our community. And the Park District tries to be a model of good environmental behavior as well. So we have a district-wide green team, and the green team helps the Park District make responsible decisions about the environment. So for example, we've started using more hybrid vehicles. The green team also recently engaged our staff in a challenge to decrease the amount of fuel that they're using at work. So turning off the car when it's not being used, not letting it run in the cold, even though it's cold, ways to save gas, things like that. So we really try to practice what we preach and be good models with our own environmental actions here at the Park District.
And the Park District has been recognized statewide for those actions.
Yeah, so last year we won an award from the Illinois Association of Park Districts. It was their Best Green Practices Award. I just, mentioned some general things, but more specifically, we have installed new energy-saving lights at the Indoor Aquatic Center. We also have installed a more energy efficient, they call it a pool pack there. And so that helps to filter the air and provide better air quality inside that facility. We are looking at getting solar panels at the Nature Center.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah. So things like this, they really add up. You know, all of the replacements of light bulbs within our district offices and facilities, moving towards LED lights, you know, just another one of those things that we're doing to try to conserve energy.
And you also have programs for the public sometimes to teach them how to reuse and recycle.
Yeah, so we have an America Recycles Day event every November, and then we've been partnering with another organization to offer something for Earth Day every year as well. So that's coming up soon.
Yes, tell us about that.
Our Earth Care Expo will be on Saturday, April 20th. It's in the afternoon, starting with a free nature hike. Everything's free at the Earth Care Expo.
Awesome.
But we're working with an organization called Faith in Place. And so this is an interfaith organization who just gets people together from all different backgrounds who care about the environment. And so all of these people are going to be presenting different booths and activity stations at the expo. We'll have some free activities at the Friendship Grove Nature Playscape just outside the Nature Center. So that is a public event from 1 to 4 p.m. on Saturday, the April 20th, with the nature hike, the free nature hike from 1 to 2 p.m.
That is fantastic. And again, be sure to check that out.
Yeah.
Again, a free event that day. Savannah Donovan is our guest from Urbana Park District today. And one of the best ways to appreciate our environment is to interact with nature at Anita Purves Nature Center. There's several opportunities for people to do that. We've talked about it a little bit, but what are some other opportunities that people can get out there, appreciate the nature, and then learn to take care of it?
Okay. Well, I have brought something to share with you, Mark.
Very good. All right. We've got some show and tell.
So we offer these nature discovery packs. So we're not just doing programs at the Nature Center. We have lots of services too, like our educational loan items. So this is one of our loan items, and we're going to see what's inside this pack here.
All right.
So this specific pack is for exploring Busey Woods in the spring or summer.
Okay.
So this is coming up on a good time of year to check this out. So let's see, we have some books, The Young Naturalist, a book about beavers. We have field guides in here, a field guide to wildflowers, our specific Busey Woods wildflower guide there.
Excellent.
Then you're going to get tools too. There's lots more field guides in here. We've got binoculars.
Like those.
We have magnifying lenses.
Love that.
We have some insect or specimen collection boxes there.
My kids would love those.
Yeah, and like I said, lots of field guides to help you identify what you find outside. And then this is a little friend here.
Oh my goodness, both my kids would love that too.
So, did you know it's the Nature Center's 40th anniversary this year, Mark?
I did.
I think you heard something about that.
We've talked about that quite a bit.
I'll bet. So for our 40th anniversary, we're also going to be sending these little screech owls in our nature discovery packs over the summer, and that's so people can take pictures with the little screech owls and, you know, whatever, maybe they found an insect or something, and so they're going to take a picture and share that on social media, just as a way that we can all be exploring together and sharing our experiences.
Fantastic. Well, how do people, and we can leave that up here for the rest of the program, but how do people and kids go about getting these packs?
So you just have to call the Nature Center to reserve one, or you can just drop by the Nature Center. They are free to borrow, but we do require a deposit because these binoculars are expensive. So it's just a deposit of $15 with a credit card, and then that's fully refundable as long as we get all of our things back in the condition that they were loaned.
Now, is this just for a day to go out hiking, or can they take it home for a little bit?
It's really up to you. You know, if you want to borrow it for a longer period of time, you have up to 2 weeks, but some people may choose to just come to the Nature Center, borrow this pack, go right out to Busey Woods, you know, hang out there for a couple hours, do some exploration, and come right back and drop it off again.
Very good. And again, all these guides guides to all sorts of wildlife out there. And,
And of course, if you've ever visited the Nature Center, you'll know you can find lots of field guides like this. So one of our favorite things is, we get customers who will say, here's my phone. What bird is this? What came to my bird feeder?
Yes.
Or, what plant is this in my yard? And our staff are there to help people answer those questions. So, visitors are very welcome to ask us for help identifying things. We're not experts in everything, but we can connect people to resources as well. So maybe if it's an insect we've never seen before, maybe we'll ask an entomologist and
That's great.
find out the answer.
Yeah, if you don't have the answer, you'll find someone who does know
Sure,
the
yeah.
answer. Now, we're going to flash the number on the screen.
Okay.
But if people want to find out more about these free packs that they can borrow, how do they get
Sure.
in
Well,
touch?
give us a call at 217-384-4062 or just come on by the Nature Center. We're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. No admission fee. We are at the north end of Crystal Lake Park. A lot of people come up to the outdoor pool, the Crystal Lake Park Family Aquatic Center, and they'll park in that parking lot and they'll go to the pool, and maybe they're even going to go have a picnic or go fishing in Crystal Lake, and they might not notice the Nature Center that's right behind them on the north end there. Turn around. Look at the sign. Yeah, we've been there for 40 years.
That's great. Yeah, so if you need to take a little break in your swimming, or if a little shower moves through, head on over to the Nature Center.
Absolutely.
Or take time after your swim to go explore too.
Yeah.
Now, we can see a lot of things outside at the Nature Center, but there's also a couple of our feathered and scaled friends inside the Nature Center.
Yeah, so you're guaranteed to see wildlife anytime you come, because we do house 3 eastern screech owls at the Nature Center. They are not releasable because they have all sustained injuries in the wild, so they can no longer hunt on their own. So they live in captivity, but they are now sort of liaisons of their species. They visit schools and public programs, and so the screech owls are always there, at least one of them. And we also have box turtles. We have snakes. They're all in cages. They're locked behind bars. So even if somebody has an aversion to snakes, it's
All
okay.
right.
Come visit us anyway. And our newest animal is a toad.
Awesome.
Todd.
Todd the Toad.
Todd
We
the
love
Toad. He's great. But we also have wonderful wildlife viewing opportunities from inside the Nature Center. Our building is surrounded by wildlife habitat gardens. And those are going to provide lots of food for birds, deer, other animals. And so we can really attract a lot of wildlife right up to the building as well.
And there's actually kind of a dedicated bird observatory area in the Nature Center, even with microphones that you can pick out the songs outside.
Yep, so there's a parabolic mic outside. You can kind of move it around to pinpoint the bird you want to listen to specifically, and then that sound all gets piped in. It plays over speakers in our wildlife observation room.
Now, do you ever go there over your lunch hour or take a coffee break there just to kind of mellow out?
Oh, sure, absolutely. We also have a new water feature in the Habitat Garden, and it's a circulating stream. And so now we get this other element of just the flowing water sound, and it's a very peaceful place to take a break.
That's right. I'm almost ready to take a nap right now. Now, we've talked about a lot of things at the Nature Center, but there are other areas and there are other parks in Urbana Park District where people can go out and really have a good look at things.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We have several natural areas in our park district, and a natural area is a little different from a park because, for example, in Crystal Lake Park or Ambucks Park, if there's a dead tree branch that's going to fall down, we're going to take that off, right? Because we don't want it to harm somebody. So that's a standard procedure in a park, is to kind of keep it clean and groomed and safe, of course.
Yes.
But in a natural area, we really are trying to keep it more natural. So if there are dead plants or dead trees, as long as they're not posing a safety hazard to a hiker or something, we're going to leave them standing because that helps promote wildlife diversity.
Good.
So anybody can go visit one of these natural areas and really see just natural beauty. They're a little bit different. than for example, Busey Woods, maybe to, at first it might appear unkempt, but all of those dead and fallen trees are providing lots of food and habitat for wildlife. So because of that, we get all of this diversity of other animal life there. So it's a great place to go bird watching. Bird watching, hikes, those are things that you could participate in a program through the park district, often free programs. Or you can do that on your own. So we have just so many places and facilities and programs that people can really think about, what do I want? What do I want to do today? Or, how do I feel? And we've got something to offer for everybody.
And one more thing we can touch on too, this summer kids have a chance to learn more in our nature day camps.
Yeah, so Nature Day Camp is a really great time. We work with kids from age 3 to 12 in the camp, but then we also have opportunities for teenagers as well. We have a counselor and training program, a new camp for teens called Camp Fresh. So there are a lot of those opportunities throughout the summer. The best part about all of those camp opportunities is that children are spending their time outside primarily. Unless the weather is really bad, our nature camp kids are in nature. They are experiencing it.
Dress for mess.
Well, yeah, and for the heat too. Sometimes it gets a little warm, but the kids at our camp, we find that they're pretty well behaved actually, because we let them run around outside and burn off steam a lot. But kids will each kind of take away different things from their experiences at nature camp. Some of them might really, really connect and fall in love with nature, and others might decide that they do like to spend time inside, and that's okay. But we're providing some fun and active experiences.
There's a really cute story a Nature Center staff member told. I don't think it was you, but talked about a little girl who went out on a hike and said, if this is dirty, I'm out of here. If this is this, I'm out of here. But by the end, she was wearing a little skirt, and it was full up of all sorts of dirty things.
Nuts and seeds.
She was loving it.
Yes, that's right. So some kids might think they don't like to spend time outside, but as soon as they do, they have a great time.
urbanaparks.org is the website for people to look about the Nature Center and all sorts of these nature camps and activities coming up. Also, Anita Purves Nature Center is on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as Urbana Park District. Great to get out into nature this spring and summer. Savannah Donovan, thank you for your time today.
You're welcome.
Savannah Donovan, Environmental Public Program Coordinator, our guest today, telling all about all the different fun activities that you can do getting out and learning about nature right here in Urbana. Remember, Urbana Park District, you belong here. I'm Mark Schultz. Thanks for joining us.